who I know who are small independent promoters are lucky if they make their money back from an event. And you know, they're just going to go and do something else if they have to pay these fees, because it just won't be financially feasible for them. So we just want to make sure that Chicago's music and arts communities stay vibrant, stay diverse. We want everybody to be a part of it. And if you want to throw an event, if you have a great idea for a show and nobody else is putting on that show anywhere else and you want to do it, you should be able to step up and do that. If you want to take the initiative, it doesn't make any sense for anything to stand in your way.
Hi, I'm a resident of the area that Shelter is the alderman for. My opinion is that I think people should be able to promote live music, concerts, the ability for people to gather and enjoy and have entertainment without having undue, unfair economic burden. It's unfair for people who are trying to make a living to make sure other people have a good time and contribute to the economy of Chicago to have undue personal expense. It's unfair. I believe that it creates a class of people who can only provide these opportunities if they work for a corporation. Otherwise, they would not be able, individuals and other small businesses are unable to thrive. And so in that regard, it creates a corporatization or a very, very elite group of people who can create entertainment for the majority of Chicago.
This is Mark by Soundtrack to Violence, a truly independent Chicago rock band, metal band, depending on your perspective. The point is that independent music is the lifeblood of Chicago, it's the lifeblood of America. American hardcore is one of the most important genres of music that was completely independent, completely booked by the musician, for the fans, by the fans. Everybody was in together. Music is not politics. It can be used to bring forth politics. When politics and music work together, then we can stop the tyranny of gigantic corporations being the only ones allowing their music to be played. We want the voice of the people, we need the music of the people, we need new noise, the new generation of musician and the fan need to stand up together and stop this from happening. We need independent music. It represents the people. It is the only true form of art that the people can say they can turn around and create next week. Preserve that best you can.
This is Jeremy Fry from Audiovant. This whole thing with the Chicago's Promoters Ordinance is a bunch of shit. Us guys who play live music rely on the ability to play at venues the way we should. If you got some more money trying to come to the table, it's a bunch of shit. So please, 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 let the word be known. Spread the word to everybody you can. Help promote local music.
It would intimidate fans and band members from promoting a performance by requiring them to be fingerprinted and to fill out burdensome forms and keep burdensome records. Paradoxically, it would regulate promoters for events at small venues while leaving intact the existing exemption for the venues themselves.
And this ordinance is backwards in the sense that it sweeps into its coverage the people at the grassroots level, whether the art galleries or the high school kids in this building behind us. And it excludes the largest promoters. So instead of most laws at the federal and state and local levels that might have a burdensome impact on businesses and activities of various types, most of them have a small business exclusion. This one covers all the small businesses and has a big business exclusion. It's completely bonkers.
The ordinance is just completely ridiculous. It was set up in the idea that every band or every venue has $1 million to spend on every single show. Most local promoters have about $50 to spend on a show. They're not making money. The bands are hardly making any money until they get to the point that they can play Lollapalooza. And therefore the ordinance is just going to kill all of music in Chicago except for the gigantic shows.
And what do you do?
I do booking for Logan Square Auditorium and I'm on Rebel Radio.
Right the f*** on, dude.
This is the stupidest law known to mankind.
There's no more cheap-ass shows that you go on Sunday for no reason.
Exactly. Who the hell is going to pay like $180 to see some like band that you don't even want to see, but you do it just to have fun? Don't pass this law. I'll come after you.
My name's Matt Newton. I'm in sketch comedy and improv, and it would affect us because same sort of thing with indie music, shut down small productions we put on. Productions all the time, and it would affect us. Chicago's like the best sketch and improv, arguably in the world, so you don't want to shut this down here. It's going to affect a lot of people and a lot of great artists.
It's all one thing. You know, I mean, you go to Columbia College and you have art students and design students and interior design students and theater students and photography students and filmmakers, and it's all the same. It's all the same. There's no difference. You can't just indiscriminately pick one out and say this is wrong. This is the bad apple. You know, you can't do that.
It's just the city trying to tax something else, trying to get money out of something. It doesn't benefit the bands, it doesn't benefit the fans, it benefits like lawmakers that you don't know anything about, and one reason why you should get active is because it's bullshit! It's all bullshit, you know? And come on, let's fucking stand for something. You don't stand for shit except standing around in concerts. Do something. There you go.
Subcultures are so integral to the way communities grow. Absolutely. When I look at all of the fees and the taxes and, you know, the $10,000 fine this and $500 fine that, I'm like, oh my God, this really just boils down to the city wants to tax the money that they feel like they're missing out on. And, you know, some of us actually do pay our taxes.
My name is Rico. I just graduated with a bachelor's in music. I work as a musician and I also book. What this whole ordinance is doing is totally screwing us out of the industry. As is, we don't book to make money. We book to get those bands out there. We book to give them a name for themselves and help them out. What this new ordinance is basically going to do is so screw our ability to help those bands out and get them up there. PO has already screwed us over once. PO has already screwed us over once. We don't need another thing in our way.
Alright, hey, how you doing? My name is Michael Berg. We're living here in a hotbed of culture here in the city of Chicago, and all it's going to do is stifle that, and it's just going to take one city to catch on, and all the other cities are going to start following it.
If it passes here, it's going to pass everywhere else. And sooner or later, you ain't going to be able to play anywhere, you know? There are no promoters going to, you know, go out and get all the insurance and then be paying for all the licenses and stuff, and it's just going to be a dead America. No music, no art, you know? What are you going to do? More shootings, more deaths in Chicago and everywhere else. You know, people are going to have nothing else to do.
One of our greatest fears about this ordinance is that it will go national, much like the Rave Act went national.